We are in a banking crisis.
A new banking crisis is starting to make its way through the markets.
Are running to the Federal Reserve to get the liquidity from them because they can't get it from each other.
I think that the financials are really at risk here, the most since 2008.
And cue the fire. Well. It looks like the banks are in some trouble. Some people are like, oh, it's nothing. It'll be fine. When I show you this is the frozen balance sheet, how $337 billion is trapped. And just in case you wanted to know what those blue bars are that just flood off the screen, those are called losses. Now, the Fed's like, it's okay. We got you. Just like they did in 2020 and 2008. But it's bad. And just in case you want to know how bad it is or how bad it was in 2008, that's 2008. It's worse. Everyone is running to the Fed. And you want to see what the Fed's balance sheet used to look like back there? Yeah, it looks like that. Now you want to know what it looks like that. Well, it actually didn't like invert. So it's not completely financial advice. May have got their balance sheet and their losses off by that much. Now, what is really scary is SOFR. Now everyone's like, I'm completely lost. Let me explain. The Fed and their numbers should be here. You should never have anything above it. It's like, well, just go to the Fed. As people start throwing up numbers above the Fed, you're like, wait, what's going on? As SOFR spikes above the Fed ceiling. This forces fire sales in treasuries, sharp rise in yields, mortgage rates, because you say, well, how does this affect me? Credit markets freeze, risk of 2019 style repo crisis 2.0, or wider financial crisis. And like for rich people, you and I, we go to our bank and they say, we will give you a loan at SOFR rate. Well, just slightly above because we got to make some money. Right now, SOFR's at 4.12. You see what the rich people do, cyber, you guys are still carrying it? This is actually a really good deal on TradingView. 11 hours left? Let me get on the horn with Kitty. Hey, Kitty. Can I run it for another hour? Ooh, sorry. See, I jumped. Big mic right in my mouth. Yes, Kitty, one more hour and explain it properly this time. Don't just say ATMs. I guess you guys in the comments section, you're like, wait, what is it? Well, it's this, and I'll try to explain it to you in under 8 seconds. Fund your account using TradeStation or Blowfin. Then come over here and you click one button. See, I'm subscribed to that one, so I'm making money on Doge. Those are the actual percentage. Pepe, don't even ask. This one, I'm not subscribed to that one. You click that plus button, and then I'll take advantage of that. And I don't know if that's a new one. I mean, that line just like kind of goes straight up. It should go like that. So if your account goes up and down and up and down, and then if it goes down, you're like, what's going on? Time to email Bravo. But you just time in the market. The Black Friday deal is you get all my indicators. You do this, chuck whatever money you want at it and let AI do it for you. You guys are familiar with Netflix, up 2%, but do you see? There's drawdowns. There's always drawdowns. Then it's like, okay, I get it. Last trades, Apple, 9%, Netflix. You see? That's what I do. I was saying it's like ATMs. It's like passive income. Sharp Prime has 3 plans. I always say pick the last one because it's all the kit and caboodle in it. Does the trading strategies of my things. And you save somewhere between $414 and $2,880. So the clock says 3 hours and 15 minutes. I would recommend, because I am never talking about this again, but I got blasted with emails, about 3 a minute. I can't imagine how many billions of people at Sharp Prime. What is this? All I'm trying to do on this show is help you survive things like this. I also got emails like, you seemed frustrated. Chat in the chats. I'd say, yeah, a little bit. I'm like, okay, for the first time in our entire lives, here's a ATM machine. And then everyone's like, well, what's the catch? And I get it. I'm a YouTuber that stole Fonzie's jacket with the hair. I wouldn't trust me either. Hello, horse. Here is water. This is as far as I can take you. Trust me or not. I swear this is the last day of the sale. If it is not, I am quitting YouTube tomorrow. You have my word. You will never see me again. As layoffs, I will fire myself because I am done. 140%. Signaling a deeper crisis. So my question is, do you have passive income? If the answer is check no, I'd recommend you get some. Also, AI is going to decimate your world. Just mark that on the calendar. As you know, I'm pretty good at predicting things. Like, remember when I predicted this, the rising wedge of Bitcoin, and then it broke. This is where I'm like, bear market, I'm done. I'm calling it a quit. And you could go back to any crypto channel or any channel on the YouTubes that are like, they were calling Bitcoin 200 to 250. Tom Lee, I mean, even millions. And how's MicroStrategy doing right about now? Crypto retail traders hit hard as strategy ETF, 80% plunge. You're about 19% away from zero. I know what you're saying. Bitcoin's up today, bruh. Yeah, okay. Well, did you count in yesterday's where it lost 6% and then it recovered? My friend just called me. He's like, just made $250,000. Congratulations, friend. Got in on the bounce, and that's probably all you'll get, because that's how stocks, crypto markets work, is they bounce all the way down. Now, if you measure this one, we're going down in the 70. This is on this pattern. 60. We are repeating. These are like the same exact patterns. 2021, double top. 2025, 26, double top. Oh, this one has it pegged at 43. You just carry that arrow down. This goes back 2014, 2018, cycle top. Everyone's denial, 2021, 2025. This one's, if you guys tag the bottom, you could be at 35. But if you want J Bravo TA, I am here. Also, congratulations everyone who's in my course on how to do this. Not have AI trade it for you. That's a nice bounce. Also, if you are trading Bitcoin or Ethereum, trade it in futures. It's a different taxable event. I'm just here trying to save you a little bit of cheddar. But on the NASDAQ, goes purple, has 9. See, you just have to wait. You just wait for the setup. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Bravo 9. Again, my course, $299 till it goes up to $399. I'll teach you how to do this. This is if you want to manually do it all the way down. My new indicator, that is a whale sighting. You get a notification on your phone. Hey, Jared, it's time to take out your phone. This one triggered and it gave you 2, 4, 6. You had 8 minutes, and then you're going to put in a buy right there. You are going to ride this all the way up until it closes below the Bravo 9, which would have been right there. You would have walked away with 127.75 times 20, which if you trade it manually, you would walk away today with $2,555. And this is what I do every day of my life. If you want to do it manually, like a stick shift, again, take my course. I'll give you step by step. If you want automatic, do this one. Personally, like doing both. You know, you go fishing, that's fun. And then sometimes I go to the store and get my fish. But do you guys hear? This is exciting news. And I'm going to call BS on this one.
I believe that at some point in the not too distant future, you won't even have income tax to pay, because the money we're taking in is so great, it's so enormous, that you're not going to have income tax to pay. Whether you get rid of it or just keep it around for fun or have it really low, much lower than it is now, but you won't be paying income tax.
Like how he says, I believe at some point. Yeah, when's that? It's never? How about when the courts are like, nah, this is, the way you did the whole tariff thing, it's unconstitutional. Let's give all the money back. Talk about a complete flustercluck chat show. You better have your gold and silver. Also, someone asked me today, hey, Bravo, why have you never sold your gold ever? Because here's the S&P 500. Since forever, it beat it. This will also beat AI. Well, meaning, it's not going to sneak into my house and take it. That happens when you have the downfall of society, but then you want to have your Second Amendment. And oh my gosh, I almost jumped over to my interview with Peter Schiff. I'm going to do that next, right? I was going to show you TA on Bitcoin. I'm just like, look, a squirrel. Can you generate more income? So this is, if you want to go here, this is bad. You don't want to go there. What is that? That goes all the way down to, that's 22,000. Generally speaking, you're just like, I don't want to trade it. Just tell me the levels to buy. Okay, I'm just going to give you one. It's going to be where you see a lot of support and a lot of resistance. That would be here. This is your zone. Here's your 70. I have what do we got? 73. 73, look at this. Oh, can't do it. Oh, broke through it. Oh, bink, bink, bink. So this is if your next zone of accumulation. On this channel, I give you like, okay, if you want to just accumulate here, gold, just buy and hold it and take loans against it and then buy more assets. When you start looking at the SOFR rate and then you look at the Fed funds rate and you're like, the system's breaking. And you look at Japan, which completely broke, and it's throwing us back to have this stuff. Even Tether, the biggest scam in the world, is buying more gold than, and look, all these guys, China, Iraq, Brazil, yeah, they're buying it. And Michael Saylor, right? I would never own that fiat stuff. That you're buying it, aren't you? Gonna need dollars to work the system. In regards to gold and silver, I am going to send it over to Peter and I to give him his 3 minutes of fame. And with that, I'll see you at the end. Want to turn your camera because on YouTube we film the there. Oh, Peter, the boomer. He did it.
All right.
All right. So here we go. Guys, I don't even need to give any you guys know exactly who this is. And Peter, every time I interview you, you look younger and younger. Your wife must be giving you some peptides.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to catch up to you. maybe we'll cross in the middle somewhere.
Okay. So I'm having you on because this is your moment to shine. So you get to rub it in everyone's faces. Please take the microphone.
No, I ain't popping the champagne just yet. I mean, things are going my way, but it ain't over. I think that we're still early days of the bull market. Silver just exploded on Friday, up over $3, closed over $56. But I mean, we're still well below the inflation adjusted high from 1980. So we got a long way to go. So I'm not, declaring victory just yet, but it certainly does look more and more like I'm right. And, the people who have been following my advice on precious metals and on the mining stocks, are making a lot of money. I think they're going to make a lot more. I think the mistake that a lot of people are going to make is getting out of the trade too soon, thinking they doubled or tripled their money and they should leave. I think that you need to leave the investments in place and let this play out, because I think that we have much higher levels that we're going to reach.
Well, just to let you know, because I'm a trader, there is a cup and handle on silver that goes back to 1979. All right.
Yeah.
Boomers know this one. It broke that cup and handle. Now, I don't necessarily trade and look at like a 50-year, but if this is actual and it really meets the price target, silver will be at 700.
Well, I'll sound like a Bitcoiner if I make that kind of forecast.
At this level, that is 1,112%. Now, we are currently in a cup and handle, a smaller one with another. I mean, I just see more and more legs higher. So I wanted to have you on. Price, give me throw out a number. Go ahead. When I get you on the line next year, what do you think? What do you think silver is going to be?
I think silver could hit $100 next year. Yeah, and I don't think $100 silver would be expensive. And I think when it is at 100, I think gold will be at least 5,000. It's not like gold's not going up either, but that would be about 50-to-1 ratio, which might slow down silver a bit, because it may have some resistance up at that level. But gold's not going to stop at 5,000 either. I mean, gold's probably going to hit maybe 6,000 next year.
All right.
So we'll see. Silver I think can hit $60 easy before the end of the year. We got a whole month, and it only needs to rally not even $4. I mean, it could do that next week.
All right, give advice to a Bitcoin holder. What should they do with their Bitcoin right now? I already know what you're going to say. I'm leading you down the path.
It's a 4-letter word. Begins with S. Now you got to sell your Bitcoin, but don't just sell it for fiat. Get into real money. Get into gold. Get into silver. I reposted something today on X that I posted in February of this year. when silver was at $33 and it was up $1 that day. And I said, look, you Bitcoiners, silver is the new Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin 2.0. And I said, sell your Bitcoin today and buy silver. And if they did that, they've got 60% more purchasing power just since then, because silver's up, about 50 something percent since then, 60%, and Bitcoin's down. It's not down a lot, but it's still down 5 or 6%. But, it's got a long way to go. So you Bitcoiners, go to shiftgold.com right now. We got to check out, pay with Bitcoin, BitPay. Fill up your cart with gold and silver and pay for it with Bitcoin. And you kill two birds with one stone, right? You get rid of your Bitcoin, which is a big win, and you get into gold and silver, which is another win. But you don't want to go down with this ship. The Bitcoin ship is sinking. Michael Saylor is the Captain Ahab of this ship. Bitcoin is the whale. But do not. You got to mutiny on the bounty and get off that ship.
Oh my gosh, this is it. That was the interview. All right, you guys, was Peter just not a hoot? That boomer. Also, again, this is it. Game's over. You're never going to be able to get an ATM machine. And I don't want to hear like, oh, $10,000 for an ATM machine that prints money. Oh, okay, Brad. With that, I love you. I will see you tomorrow.